All rise. Support court with Judge Van der Bee is now in session. Judge's case number JVB 2003, Morris case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. All right, Mr. Morris, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I come to you today, Your Honor, because I'm trying to get my child support reduction.
Okay. All right. Based on what? Like, what's going on?
Well, I currently pay $880 a month for child support.
Okay.
I also pay $362 for health insurance. And I see my kids every maybe like 4 times a week.
Okay.
I see them pretty often, and she's trying to take...
Before we break down this courtroom showdown, do one simple thing. Subscribe to this channel, hit the like button, and share this video. This isn't clickbait drama. These are real cases, real consequences, and real lessons people ignore until it's too late. Subscribing tells YouTube this content matters. Liking pushes it to more viewers. Sharing helps someone else learn before they make the same mistakes. This channel doesn't sugarcoat family court reality. If you want raw courtroom logic, brutal outcomes, and decisions that change lives, stay here. Now let's get into a case that flipped child support completely upside down.
Whatever they have out there in Florida and just have her best life.
Okay, wait a minute. So did she actually tell you that, or you interpreting her as living her best life?
Your Honor, why would anybody else want to move to Florida? That's Paradise City.
Well, I mean, I kind of want to move too, but I can't go.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I got to work. So could it be for a job?
You know, Your Honor, I haven't asked, because when she told me that she wanted to move to Florida, I got so upset about the fact of losing my kids that I was like, are you moving to Florida for like vacation time, or just so you can live your best life, or because we in Texas? I'm in Texas. I'm a good dad.
So what did she say to that when you said, are you trying to move to Florida to live your best life?
She said,
Courtroom opens with a confident father, Mr. Morris, asking for one thing: a reduction in child support. He pays $880 a month plus health insurance. His argument sounds reasonable at first. He claims he sees his kids multiple times a week and feels the system is unfair. He compares himself to fathers who disappear and pay nothing. But family court doesn't care about comparisons. It cares about orders, consistency, and facts. This case isn't about feelings. It's about what's documented, what's violated, and who followed the rules.
I didn't even realize you had gum in your mouth till you start smiling. You know, I don't allow gum chewing in here.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Oh, it's okay. You can just put it to your back of your throat. I'm not going to tell you to swallow it. I don't think that's really healthy.
Yes, ma'am.
But I have time for the story when you're ready, after you.
It's to the back right now, Your Honor. No more chewing for me.
Okay.
So,
continue.
Long story short, I met this lady our freshman year of college.
Okay.
And we were in class, and she was sitting in the front, I was sitting in the back. And I saw her, and I said, man, I'm gonna have to put my bid in as soon as class is over.
Bid, that's what they call it these days. Okay.
We call it put your bid in. Because I'm sure there's other people that put their bid in too. So if I got the highest bid, of course I'm a getter, you know.
And comes the twist. The mother plans to move to Florida. According to the father, it's about living her best life, beaches, freedom, escape. But assumptions don't win cases. The judge immediately pushes back. Is this a vacation dream or a job move? The father admits he never asked. He reacted emotionally. That matters. Courts don't reward reactions. They reward preparation. This single detail begins to shift the balance of the case. Because intent, not emotion, decides relocation disputes.
Together for years. We have 2 kids. We have a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Okay.
Throughout the time, and as life just went on, we just started kind of fading, Your Honor. I'm a coach. I'm a football coach at a college.
Okay.
And one of the cheerleading coaches kept hitting on me, and I kept rejecting her.
So you put a bid on her too?
She put the bid on me, Your Honor. Oh. Yeah, she put the bid on me. So I gave in to that bid. She had a high bid, and at the time, my lady, she wasn't putting in no more bids on me. She wasn't cooking me dinner. She wasn't massaging me like she used to. She wouldn't even let me watch sports on Sundays, Your Honor, because she wanted to watch The Bachelor.
So father tells his relationship story like a business deal. Bids, upgrades, effort in, effort out. The judge notices immediately. Relationships aren't contracts and children aren't transactions. His honesty hurts him. He admits infidelity. He admits mistakes. Courts respect honesty, but they don't excuse consequences. This story explains the breakup, but it doesn't justify the request. Family court separates personal failure from parental responsibility. Or at least it tries to.
It's very interesting. I hear the word bid. I think about someone, trying to do construction on my home. So it's just interesting hearing you use that term referring to relationships. Okay, so you don't want her to move to Florida.
No, ma'am.
All right. And you want your child support reduced as a result if she does move? Or
Well,
do you just want it reduced just because?
I just want it reduced just because.
Okay, got it.
I feel like I know dudes that don't see their kids ever and they not on child support. I see my kids multiple times through the week and I'm paying $880 a month.
Okay. Fair enough. I believe I have.
Now the mother speaks, calm, sharp, focused. She reframes everything. This isn't about beaches. It's about a job as a marine biologist. A better opportunity. Higher cost of living. Bigger rent. More expenses. She lists them one by one. 3-bedroom housing, food, insurance, phones, child support. She argues isn't optional spending. It's survival money for kids. Her argument is logical, but logic alone doesn't override court orders.
Mrs. Adams or Miss Adams?
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Adams. So tell me about, so this story that he told, he actually, you won the bid, or he won the bid.
Well, I think that tells you everything you need to know about his view of relationships is very transactional.
Oh, yeah. That's the word I was looking for. That's it, transactional.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very much I do this and you do that, and I think the fact that he didn't even bother to mention our children's names should tell you everything about our relationship.
Well, he told me the ages.
Yeah, well, that's great. Robert and Madison.
And the inconsistency issue explodes. The father says he sees the kids 4 times a week. The mother says that mostly means FaceTime. Physical presence matters. Pickups matter. Doctor visits matter. Courts look at patterns, not claims. Weekend custody that isn't consistently exercised weakens credibility. But again, this case is about something bigger than parenting effort. It's about relocation without permission.
What's that job?
Robert, and I'm gonna be a marine biologist.
That's a good job.
When this dream come apart? Because you ain't had this dream when we met.
See, exactly. Do you ever listen?
Miss Adams, Miss
sorry.
Adams, I need you to talk directly to me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Morris, I've given you an opportunity to speak. Let me hear what she has to say.
You're right,
and
Judge, I'm
people
sorry.
can change dreams. I mean, depending on how long you guys have been apart, a lot could have changed in her life.
It's just she taking my kids, Judge. It's
Okay,
just-
well, let's hear what she has to say.
You're right. You're right.
She said marine biologist, right?
Yes.
That sounds like a really good job, and I want to hear about it. See how much money she makes.
She
all
just
right?
having random dreams, Judge, but it's all
Okay,
good.
that's great, but I need to see how much money she's making.
Right.
Okay?
Judge shifts gears. She checks the court order. Geographic restriction exists. Dallas and surrounding counties. The mother assumed it was lifted because the father moved slightly. Assumptions kill cases. The judge is clear. Orders don't interpret themselves. Google doesn't replace lawyers. And moving without court approval is a violation. That single mistake becomes the turning point of the entire hearing.
You know, it's so interesting to me that he says that he sees the kids 4 times a week. I guess he's talking about maybe a FaceTime call or seeing them on his phone screen, because I certainly don't see him picking up the kids and taking them to the doctor and cleaning up vomit in the middle of the night. So it's great that he thinks that that he's paying for the right to see his kids. And that there are people who don't pay child support and who see their kids a whole lot, Judge. That tells you everything you need to know about the transactional nature of relationships. To Mr. Morris. So
Here's the reality family court doesn't sugarcoat. Once the children move to Florida, the father loses access. Even if he was inconsistent, distance removes opportunity entirely. Courts don't reward unilateral decisions. They punish them. Not emotionally, financially, the judge separates custody from child support. She won't change custody, but child support is now on the table in a way no one expected.
and I guess he just thinks that money goes on trees, or that kids just eat for free. It's not how it works. This isn't TGI Fridays. So the cost of living is going to be higher in Florida.
All right, what are we looking at?
So my rent is going up from $2,000 a month to $2,800 a month.
Okay.
Because I have to have a 3-bedroom because Robert and Madison need their own bedrooms. And of course, I have to pay for flood insurance and other things like that.
Okay.
The ruling lands hard. No reduction. No adjustment. Complete removal. Child support goes to 0 instantly. Why? Because the move violated the order. The judge redirects the money. The father can now use it to travel and see his kids. The responsibility shifts. If he fails to visit consistently, the mother can return to court. But until then, the system protects access, not lifestyle upgrades.
Is already close to $800 a month.
Okay.
So his opinion that $880 is too much for the kids is wrong. It is a wrong opinion because your children deserve the nutrition they need to grow up big and healthy and strong so they can be college athletes like you want them to.
Okay, so Miss Adams, you said that your rent is going up $800.
Yeah.
You have to pay flood insurance. The children's diet, they eat organic food and they're vegan. Okay, so are you using the child support for flood insurance and rent too, or are you using it to feed the kids? I just want to make sure I'm clear on what it is.
Health insurance stays. That obligation doesn't disappear, but the cash stops. This decision isn't about punishing the mother. It's about enforcing procedure. Courts care more about process than sympathy. You can have a great job offer. You can have higher rent. None of that matters if you skip permission. Family court is rule-based, not emotion-based.
I have a boy and a girl, and I don't want them sleeping in the same bedroom.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I have to get a 3-bedroom, and so it's not just that. It's my electric bill. It's cell phones because our 5-year-old has a cell phone. So now I have to make sure that we've got her a phone line so you can talk to her dad so he can see her 4 times a week on FaceTime.
So about that, he said that he sees the children now 4 times a week, and you're saying that's not true, except for like a FaceTime video or something like that.
He sees the kids on an inconsistent basis.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
Okay. So when you say inconsistent, right now, do you...
The father wins financially, but not morally. He still has to show up. Money no longer excuses distance. The court gives him a chance to prove involvement through action, not payments. This is rare, but legal. And it sends a message. Child support is tied to access. Block access unlawfully, and the system pushes back.
You're saying?
I mean, it's just all over the place. He just comes and goes and sees the kids whenever is convenient to him, or maybe his girlfriend like turns him down for a date or whatever.
Okay, so that was petty.
What girlfriend you talking about?
We didn't have to go there. We didn't have to go there. So is that what the issue is? Like, you're still mad at him about that story that he told?
Well, okay, so he put in a bid for an upgrade, or the upgrade put in a bid for him or whatever, and now I have to explain to our son why our family fell apart.
Oh, so it's some hurt feelings there. Okay, I understand. So, have you already moved to Florida, or is this...
The mother loses support but keeps custody. That's the trade-off. Courts don't reverse custody lightly, but they will rebalance finances fast. This case proves one thing clearly. Violating orders is more expensive than following them, even when your reasons feel justified.
Do you have a geographic restriction because dad lives here?
Yes, but he moved just outside of Ellis County, so he's just outside of the geographic restriction, so it's technically lifted, Your Honor.
Okay, and technically is what you said, but is that what your court order says?
Well, the court order says Dallas and contiguous counties, and he moved like a mile on the other side of the Ellis County line.
Okay, and I do have a copy of your court order here, and it doesn't mention that it's automatically lifted.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just thinking it was the one that...
O is right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
O
Thank
is
you.
right. What?
I'm sorry.
This courtroom wasn't about who cheated. It wasn't about vegan food or rent prices. It was about compliance. One party followed procedure. The other didn't, and family court only understands one language: orders, files, motions, not intentions.
Did you file anything for today?
I mean,
It's a yes or no.
no.
Okay. So you're moving without asking the court, can you move? And dad is still living here.
Well, I guess I just didn't understand the way the order was written, because I had heard that if he moved outside of where it said, then I could move out.
Who did you hear that from? Did you Google? You did one of those Google searches? One of the Google lawyers told you that?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, okay. Because they told you wrong, and that's the problem.
If the mother returns to Texas, everything changes again. Child support can come back. Amounts can be recalculated. Nothing is permanent. But court permission is mandatory. Freedom without authorization comes at a cost.
Regardless to whether you say his visits are inconsistent, he say they're consistent, the reality of it is when you move to Florida, he can no longer have access to those kids. So even if he were coming this day, and did every weekend, he won't be able to do that anymore now that you are going to move to Florida. So what I'm not going to touch is your custody arrangement. Not going to touch that at all. This is a child support court. That has nothing to do with us, okay? So I'm not going to touch it at all. You are free to move to Florida. However, he's coming off child support. So then he can use the money, the $880 or so that he would give you for child support.
This case is a warning. Never relocate children without court approval. Never rely on Google legal advice. And never assume fairness will save you from procedure. Family court doesn't care what feels right. It cares what's filed.
Health insurance, okay?
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right, so that, what is it, 362?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll still continue to pay the health insurance, but there will be no child support paid from him to you. Hopefully you guys can come to an agreement.
That's the plan, Your Honor. Once we leave, I plan on giving her a call so we could try to talk about things and kind of get on a good level with each other.
Yeah, I think that can work. And who knows, your job may transfer up here and you may end up being back in Dallas anyway. Now, if that happens, you all would need to come back, because then we need to look at something different about what child support is going to be. But until then, enjoy Florida.
The case. A decision that shocked both sides and flipped child support to zero overnight. If you learned something from this breakdown, subscribe, like, and share. More courtroom documentaries are coming. If you want to discuss brand sponsorships or collaborations, contact arhabshahid@gmail.com. Stay informed, stay prepared, and never walk into court armed with assumptions. Until next time.